Today, we're jumping into a wild presidential puzzle. It all starts with a major geography flub and, believe it or not, ends with a chase for the world's most famous prize.
But hey, before we get into the thick of it, you know what to do if you want to get smart fast.
Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Seriously, it helps us out a ton. Thanks. Okay, so get this. President Trump is on Fox and Friends and he's talking up his skills as a global peacemaker. He claims he's solved 7 wars. 7! He starts listing them off and then, well, things get a little creative with the map. He says he solved a war between, wait for it, Azerbaijan and Albania. A war that, in his words, was going on for many, many years. He even describes getting them in his office and telling them to get together. Come on.
Albania? Hold on a sec. Albania as in the country in the Balkans? At war with Azerbaijan? I'm just gonna pull up a map here and yeah, that doesn't seem right at all.
So what was he actually talking about? Let's clear this up and look at the real peace deal that was probably on his mind. And here it is, the heart of the mix-up. It's just a few letters off, right? He said Albania, but what he almost certainly meant was Armenia, which is Azerbaijan's actual neighbor and has a very long history of conflict with them. And just to put this into perspective, Albania is over 1,400 miles away from Azerbaijan. They have never, ever been at war. So, yeah, this was a classic presidential slip-up. Now here's the thing. A huge peace deal did happen. Back in July, the Trump administration got the leaders of Azerbaijan and Armenia to the White House and actually brokered an agreement to end decades of fighting. So a pretty big deal diplomatically, just, with a different country.
You gotta hear what Trump said at the actual signing ceremony for that deal. He told them, now they're friends, and if you don't, call me and I'll straighten it out. That is some classic Trump right there.
So why this big push for peace all of a sudden? Well, these deals aren't just happening out of the blue. A lot of people watching this think there's a much, much bigger prize he's got his eye on.
Which really makes you wonder, right? What is the ultimate motivation behind this sudden burst of high-stakes global diplomacy?
Yep, you probably guessed it. Observers are pretty convinced it's all part of a huge campaign to win the Nobel Peace Prize. And it's not like he's been subtle about it. He actually posted on Truth Social, "I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize no matter what I do, but the people know and that's all that matters to me." Sounds like it might matter just a little bit. But there's a pretty big roadblock. The Norwegian Nobel Committee, the people who actually hand out the prize, a lot of its members have openly criticized his past attacks on both press freedom and democracy. So that could make it a pretty tough sell. Okay, so let's boil all this down. What's the bottom line here? What are we supposed to take away from all this? It's really this simple. You've got the gaffe, he said Albania. Then you've got the fact he meant Armenia, and there was a real peace deal. And the whole thing is likely driven by the goal, winning that Nobel Peace Prize. Hey, if you learned something new here, do us a favor and hit that like button. And definitely drop a comment below. We want to hear what you think. And that kind of leaves us with one last big question to think about. If the final result is actual peace, does the motivation for getting there even matter? Let us know your take in the comments, and we'll see you for the next one.